Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of
Communication
Fan
Hill.
My name's Josh.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Michael.
I guess Michael's technically also second build, so maybe you two should have also said your names at the same time.
Well, it's too late now.
We'll start over.
Let the record show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fan
Communication Hill.
I'm Josh.
I'm Tommy.
No, you messed it up again.
Oh, I was just going
True second build.
All right.
True, yeah. That proves it.
So, if you haven't noticed, today we're doing a combo cast, as Tommy said.
There you go.
Off
Credit.
air.
He
Credit.
Off air, Tommy has officially named this the Combo Cast. The Fan Geared and the Communication Hill podcast together again.
Yep. And I'm back.
Was it? Did we?
What?
You left?
I don't understand.
Oh,
Did you
I just
even
went to the
listen?
bathroom really quick. I just came back, so I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, he left a minute ago and now he's back. Is
Yeah.
what he's saying.
Did
Okay,
you even
yeah.
listen to the last podcast?
No, he asked me what happened.
Oh, because you were on it.
I know I
Yeah.
was on it. Why would I ask you what happened in the podcast I was on, Tommy? Doesn't
Clearly,
make
you didn't
any
listen to
sense.
it back.
I don't think this isn't even like a second. The last time I was just a special guest on Fan Geared. It wasn't a combo
Yeah,
cast. This is the
technically.
first combo cast.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
And last.
And probably last.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. What, are you going to murder Michael or one of
This
us?
will be the last.
All right.
Or both of us?
See what happens.
This is a fight for second build.
Yeah.
There's no
Alright,
fight. I
tension
duck out.
already.
I duck out.
Tension already.
So, we're going to be talking about a moving picture film.
That's my favorite.
That's coming. That has come
Really?
out already. Actually,
It
Favorite
has
type
came
of
out.
film.
it's came out.
For those 6-second ones.
Those are still moving picture films.
We were just having two conversations. It's gonna get real confusing.
This is gonna happen a lot. I feel.
I think I meant GIFs.
You mean GIFs?
Yeah.
Those are
they're
those are moving pictures.
Those aren't moving. They're just, it's a few frames.
GIFs are moving.
But they're
pictures.
moving. There's motion.
GIFs.
Wait, you guys are GIFs?
Wait, no,
I'm a GIF.
I say GIF. Why
We're
did I
GIFs.
just say that?
I don't know.
What? So I'm the only GIF?
Yeah.
It makes sense in the sentence. GIF sound. It just stops the sound. That's the hard G stops the sentence.
So you can
I don't
never say like
GIF.
good in a sentence.
Well, you can, but if
Grandma.
I'm saying like
You can say like that's good. Yeah, I guess
That's
that's
grandma.
True.
that's grandma.
You don't say anything after.
But
That's
GIF,
grand.
it just rolls off the tongue more naturally.
That's
as
grandma.
Like little GIF.
Talking
Speaking
to
of
your mom.
Grandma.
Speaking of grandmas, the visit this Friday, 9/11. I'm excited.
We're not gonna get back into that. We did that enough last week.
We talked about 9/11 a lot.
For almost the entire podcast. All right. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, you need to listen to this.
Anyway, we talking with you two. We're talking about Interstellar, the moving picture film, the great moving picture film of 2014.
Very timely.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Of course, Interstellar is the film widely known as the film that came out on the same day as Big Hero 6.
Did it really?
Yes, it did.
Wow.
And
Wow, I didn't
So-
know that.
I saw Interstellar at midnight. You saw Big Hero 6 at midnight.
I did. I don't regret my decision.
I love Big Hero 6. Good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see either.
However,
one.
Interstellar is my second
I
favorite
watched-
movie of all time.
I watched Big Hero 6 on my laptop illegally,
Oh.
Wow.
and
That's out there.
Interstellar.
Hold on, let me call a cop.
I talked about that. I talked about watching things illegally on
You better hope
the
no.
last one I was on.
You better hope there's not any cops.
So last
listening.
week.
Yeah. No. Oh, you're right. I guess it was 2
I
weeks
told you
ago.
what he said was irrelevant and just not a good point at all.
Huh?
Last
Last
week,
week,
you had
that's
really
what Josh
terrible
said.
points.
What was that?
Don't worry about it because it probably didn't get picked up on the mic.
I don't care. I heard it.
I didn't hear it until you mentioned it. Like, yeah, what was that?
It sounded like an ocean.
It was an ocean.
Josh farted.
I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It was a full-on shark.
Anyway,
Guys,
Interstellar. Saw Interstellar.
let's all talk about our Interstellar
Couple weeks later. After when did we see it? Do you remember?
We saw it a
It was
while
kind of
after.
late, actually.
Yeah, we saw it probably a month or two after.
Yeah.
In theaters.
Yeah, in theaters.
I was supposed to go see it, but all my friends didn't want to go.
And
And then the one that I did, it turned out we couldn't. Something came up and we couldn't do it. So it was the one movie that I was like, I really know I would like this movie, but I never got the opportunity to watch it.
And then when we moved in here, and this is widely documented
Yes.
on the Communication Hill
Mhm.
podcast. But I had been telling you need to watch this movie for like ever.
That's true. And then you bought it when it came out on DVD.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Well, yeah.
Well, I did buy it when it came out on DVD, but I bought the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out on both at the same time.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
Interstellar came out during December? like 6 months ago, or I guess not
No.
like 9-10 months ago. Then
No.
it came out on Christmas time
In
or last
theaters?
summer.
Oh,
Because you just got it in
theaters?
Blu-ray, so that must have been
Oh,
it came out in
theaters.
the,
Yeah, no, it was like
it was like the winter
yeah.
time.
Was I on break? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was around then.
I don't know. But anyway, we all saw the
Nice.
movie, and I think it's safe to say we all enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I did.
I like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was on your top 10 movie list of the year.
Yeah, what was it, like 6th?
Maybe.
Wow, what was your number 2?
It came out on DVD March 31st, 2015.
When did it release
Alright.
theaters?
Wow, that was like.
November,
I thought- I
November
thought we
7th.
did that.
I thought it was like 2
November
months later.
7th. That makes
Nice.
sense.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, should we just talk about it then?
Yeah, I think we
Let's
should
talk about
maybe-
initial reactions, because I had a very severe one.
Oh,
Well, let's talk about
I was itching for
expectations.
days.
what? Oh,
I had a severe reaction also.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about expectations.
Sure.
Directed by Christopher
Christopher
Nolan. You know, just
No, wasn't it him and his brother?
No.
Or his brother?
I think.
No.
I thought his brother
No,
was.
this isn't Batman.
And he's coming off The Dark Knight Rises, a real stinker.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's a real stinker, but it wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic.
He,
It wasn't Nolan quality.
right.
I think that movie got full of itself.
No. Oh yeah.
Starring Matthew McConaughey in the prime of his career.
Yes.
Mhm.
Anne Hathaway,
Mhm.
you know, she's up there as well, and Jessica Chastain.
But also coming off his
His
last
cast.
original Inception. Let's not forget that.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Which
that's true.
Which
that's
was
why I
amazing.
had high hopes.
Right.
You know, another Christopher Nolan movie starting with IN.
Right.
Oh,
In
that's
something.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Inception, Interstellar.
Yes. So the hype was real,
The hype was real.
in my opinion.
Okay. Obviously, I'd hyped it up to you, Michael.
Yeah, he hyped it up. I mean, I didn't know too much about the movie other than it was long and it was good. And so for me, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll get around to it. But then you bought it, and we're like, okay, we should watch it. And even then, we put it off for a
We
while.
put off for a while, yeah, because it's such an undertaking. You know, it's
It's
like
a-
we
yeah.
gotta set aside 3 hours. Although we, on a whim, just decided to watch Lord of the Rings the other
Yeah,
night, and that
that's
worked
true.
out fine. That was 4.5 hours.
Yeah, that's a long
Sorry,
movie.
guys.
Extended edition. It was great.
I would like to say it was written by Christopher and his brother, so I wasn't wrong. Thank you.
Christopher,
Yeah, but his brother didn't direct it, so you are wrong.
No.
Christopher and Jonathan Nolan.
Yeah.
Is that
And
his
Jonathan
name?
Yeah.
Nolan?
I don't. Is it?
Yeah.
I literally just said the most common name possible.
That's not the most common name, but
John.
It's up there.
Jonathan. John is.
Oh, yeah,
Jonathan
because
is-
John.
Aren't they all actually Jonathan though?
No.
No, because John is just
John
John.
is just yeah.
I knew that I had wanted to see it before I saw it for a long time, but it was not something that I was like dying to go see.
See, I really wanted to see it, and then when it came out, I just never got around to seeing it. So then I kind of my
Wow.
expectations were lowered, especially because from everybody that I heard from, everybody was saying that it was underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
So I was
Yeah.
like,
Who said that? Howard Kramer?
No, Kulop did.
Oh, cool.
No,
That's a
Kramer
dang
from
idiot.
Seinfeld.
I know.
Wow.
No, just kidding. Love you, cuckoo. That's for mommy.
So me and Joey basically walked out of there with our brains splattered all
We
over
didn't say one word to each
all
other.
over the back of our heads.
The whole.
You guys saw it together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys hold hands?
We did.
Did you share a popcorn?
Huh?
Did you share a popcorn?
No, I did get a popcorn, and then I was so like dumbfounded that I carried it all the way out to the car
Wait,
without throwing it away.
really? You were like dumbfounded during the first half of the movie?
What?
But I mean, like, did you buy popcorn?
Our
after the
brains
movie
were
was
so
over?
scrambled that we left and
No.
bought a popcorn.
No.
Brought it out
I
to
had
the
it
car.
for the game, but you know how you throw away the popcorn before you leave.
Oh, you just had the
I,
bag
like,
and the remaining.
I was like
empty bag.
holding the whole thing. Yeah, I
Did
don't
that
think
actually happen?
Yeah,
Probably like the
yeah.
trash little
I had it
bits
in
that
the
no one
car.
wants
I
to.
forget that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
let's-
so it's safe to say me and Joey really enjoyed it.
It was like I said, it was a
Best
severe
movie of the year,
reaction.
easy. Second best movie maybe of all time.
Well, see,
Well, that's your opinion.
See, that's where you get into interesting territory for
Sure.
me because Whiplash.
Whiplash
I
was
also
very
had
good.
a severe reaction. I had to take a cold shower.
right.
Um,
It's an intense movie.
yeah.
And that Miles Teller, let me tell her you.
It
About
sure
him.
was fantastic.
Oh God, okay. We don't get into that.
Or
for that movie. Yeah, he was fantastic.
For that
Fantastic Four, that movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, that movie.
You know what? He was also spectacular. Now let me move on to something else.
Okay.
Oh god. Is anybody with us right now?
I don't know.
I'm not really.
Well, all right. Let's explain it for the audience.
No,
and for
no,
Michael.
Let's explain it for Michael.
Let's get
Okay.
into it.
Okay, wait. Okay, so when I saw the movie, the thing after the movie. Well, okay, I think there was a certain point in the movie when I was after like
We're spoiling
we're
the movie.
spoiling. Okay.
Yeah.
So like when he's trying to dock the thing while it's spinning, and I was like, oh, so crazy. And then like afterwards, I didn't realize like I was holding my breath basically, and I was like, I need a drink. So I poured myself a little bit more wine so I could relax.
Yeah,
that was
we were
freaking
drinking
stressful.
wine. We were drinking some really like Jelly Belly wine.
Was it?
Remember I said I thought it tasted like Jelly Bellies?
And that just erased
Like
my wine
Jelly
memory. Was that
Yummy.
movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was jelly. Okay, now I remember.
So it was very sobering.
It was
So
very-
you described
I drank the whole bottle and I was more sober than I was when I first started drinking. So
Wow.
it woke me up.
That's.
I just remember after the movie, I was like, okay, I need to like decompress that a little bit. Yeah. So.
So, a wide variety of initial reactions.
Yeah. Wait. What was yours?
Yeah, we never got yours.
I liked it.
Okay.
So you just kind of like walked out and you're like, well, okay.
Solid.
I mean, I left with tears in my eyes.
Wow.
because of
Because you stubbed
Because
your
I
toe
wanted
in the
more.
lane.
Oh.
Really?
I actually did do that once for Monsters Inc. I was crying because I wanted more movie. I
Like
was
the
like-
original
like,
one?
'cause you were
When
underwhelmed.
yeah,
I was like-
when you were really
I
young.
was also a kid.
What a loser!
When I was a kid, I cried, as most of us did, I'm sure, at the Pokemon the first movie when
Oh, yeah,
Ash
obviously.
died.
When Pikachu's and all the Pokemon's tears like revived him.
Yes.
I barely remember that movie. I just remember that part. As a kid, I was like, what's going on in this movie?
Yeah, that was a. Why did that happen? In the
I never played Pokemon. I never did anything with Pokemon, and my friends like Pokemon, so we went to go see it. And then that scene, I was like,
Oh, you're really real
What
confused.
is
Is
this?
this part of the game? When they cried, is it like revived?
children's tear. I don't know what's going on. So
Actually, funny you should mention that. And the reason I bring Pokemon the first movie up is because that was the first movie to pose the theory that love transcends time and space.
Did that happen in that
Because
movie?
they loved him so much with their tears that he went back in time to before he was stoned and became okay.
Before he was stoned.
Was a piece of
Well, I guess he
rock.
was stoned by
Brock.
somebody. Somebody
He was a
made him
piece of
stoned.
Brock.
that's true. Why did he turn to stone?
I have no
Was it
idea.
Mewtwo?
No, because he went into the crossfire of Mew and Mewtwo's attack.
So that's what happened.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So it's like okay.
There's science there. It's quantum physics.
Alright.
Speaking of which,
All
Interstellar.
right, let's
Okay.
get into the nitty gritty.
Okay.
We open, medium shot, an elderly lady talking about a farmer.
That was a pretty close-up shot.
Okay, close up, interview shot.
You remember the first shot?
Yeah,
I don't
It's
know.
important.
It shows the cabin, or not where they lived, but
It's like
in the
that, like a
future,
historical.
It's a
right.
shot from
The-
the museum at
the
the,
museum,
end
right,
of
right,
his
right, right.
house.
which is just
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Yeah.
the museum.
Anyways, we'll get to that shot much later on in this podcast.
like at the very end.
we are gonna go shot by shot. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
We are
Actually,
gonna-
we've all
yeah.
brought our special limited edition pieces of film that we all got in the Blu-ray edition. We're gonna do all those shots.
That's two of them.
I don't know.
At first, I was disappointed with the one I got, but now I kind of like it.
What
What
scene
is
is
it?
I got the fabric of the of space time.
Oh, that's cool.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did
Yeah,
you know that
because it
was-
literally just looks like blinds.
Oh.
You guys know that's not CGI.
Yeah, it's all
practical.
practical.
I saw the scene.
Isn't that
Yeah.
They
crazy?
said it was pretty cool.
Did you guys know that Furious 7
Oh,
only
Was
10,
all practical.
only 10% of the action sequences use CGI?
Wait, did you listen to
Yeah.
How Did This Get Made?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I've definitely heard that within the past, very recently, and the only thing I listened to that talked about that movie was, well,
All right, so in the beginning, there was dust. This happened.
Yeah.
This happened. I'm trying to talk seriously, and then these guys are laughing about some bullshit.
Oh, Pepe.
Rare pet.
no, it wasn't a rare pet in this case.
Oh, it was common.
Can we open the window?
It's pretty warm here. Huh?
It's like
pretty warm,
90
yeah.
degrees here in
Okay,
sunny
it's not-
California.
Alright,
It's not bad.
So, old lady talking about a farmer, and I'm sitting there thinking, is this movie about space
Yeah.
or
farms.
agriculture?
It is about agriculture.
Yeah, you could say it's a little bit of both. Maybe a lot more space.
I mean,
I think it's kind of cool. It kinda, like, at first I was expecting the whole space travel thing like from the beginning, but I kind of liked it. It was kind of like humbled the film from the beginning, and then you're kind of with the characters as they're going into space, and it's like, oh crap.
I like how he's seen as the idiot for like believing that they could possibly travel in space.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's such a cool like mindset to portray in the future. Like, you know, like
Or, like,
we need
the-
to stop this foolish like stupidity
Like moon landing was fake.
It was fake.
I kind of chuckled when that
in
happened.
the history books.
In the
know,
history
like,
books, I'm like, what?
and that's like not like that's a definite possibility that they
Mhm.
could try to like change that like that, because they need the mindset to be like, oh, everything's here, we need to focus on
Well, yeah.
Right,
Well,
that
that's
ma-
why
would make
making
sense.
farms.
that's
and
why it was so
farming.
believable, because those people were like desperate
Right.
Mhm.
for food.
Yeah.
So them, yeah.
I kind of want to know, like, I'm also interested in sort of like what happened before.
Yeah.
Like, how did the planet get like that? And,
Yeah.
Like what the developments of like technology versus like. But like it's so weird seeing like the backdrop of like traditional agriculture, cornfield and stuff, and then like these high tech like machineries doing it.
Right.
I think it was
And,
really interesting.
Yeah, and the fact that NASA had to be developed or had to be funded in secret because the general consensus would be against funding NASA,
Yeah.
and I thought that was a really cool concept.
Well, that's
too.
kind of like what's happening now.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, fuck
Oh, yeah.
NASA. And you're like,
Lost
oh, please.
funding.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. That's so dumb.
Well,
I mean, but it makes
Because-
sense. Like from the other side,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, well, why are we spending money going into space when we have problems here?
Right.
And you have the
That's
ocean
literally-
right over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into that. Oh, hey, I got somebody on my side now.
Wait, what?
wait,
And
ocean
that-
over space?
For what?
Space.
Just in
What's
general.
better?
What's
Space
better?
or-
Better?
Space or ocean?
In what terms? Like, what can kill you faster? Because
No,
space.
what's better?
What's better?
Yeah. And why?
Yeah.
Oh, but I like both of them.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like both.
I
of them,
like-
which is better.
Okay, I like the possibilities of space, but I like them both because it's like kind of the same thing. They're alien life forms in the ocean.
Exactly. So why would we?
It
why,
is space.
So
Yeah.
why
But-
spend billions of dollars to build a rocket to take
Oh,
a
well,
1,000
we
year
haven't even
trip to
Because
space?
because once you
Right
leave
here.
Earth, you start leaving everything that you've ever been familiar with, which is,
Interesting.
I think, important in discovery of anything. You have to be.
See, I think we will never be satisfied.
Oh, of
Because
course
we
not.
know that there's things we've never seen in our own oceans, but we don't look there. We look to the skies where we know we're never going to find anything.
Well, that's
why
not
we're doing
necessarily
it.
true. Because
Well, we
people
look
are
to the
researching
skies
the ocean all
because
the
that's
time.
where Jesus and God are.
That's true.
That is true.
In space.
Well,
Yeah,
they're above.
they're
They're
in-
just above. Yeah.
Oh,
They're,
just
they're
above
always
space.
above.
Yeah,
Did you
just
see
like-
that? Did you see that face in the rocks on Mars? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I did actually.
Did you? Wait, what? I didn't see this.
I think I saw it on TMZ's Twitter.
Did you guys
Yeah,
see?
it's
There
not
was
real.
like a.
I mean, it's real.
It's like a
but
face
there's
on
not-
the Mars, or is it like rock
It's like-
emissions, but it looks like the face?
Yeah,
I've seen that. Yeah.
Because people are looking for faces, and that's why they made it out to be that.
That's what constellations.
There
are
was
about.
like
Yeah.
a news headline that said, it said like, Russian satellite finds ocean or water and whales on Mars, and then the next one is like, Russian satellite found in Iceland or something like that.
That's hilarious.
That's really funny. That's funny. Yeah. So
Hilarious.
let's list out the main concepts
Mhm.
and themes, and talk about them.
Okay.
All right.
Go around the table, Joey.
Wow.
Everybody better have thought up of one. This is your homework.
Where do I start?
There's only one that really hit me.
Yeah,
hard.
there's one that hit me hard.
All right.
That's the family theme.
Oh damn it! That's what I was
Ooh,
gonna.
hey, that's cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
because this
Alright,
is
well,
this is what I thought was so.
If I had the choice, I might not have brought that one up at all. But
No, but this is
What? That's
no,
interesting
because
because I didn't really
this-
think about it.
well,
until you
that
just said
that goes over the broader
Really?
concept of love transcending time and space.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I guess-
I thought it was so interesting that they. I mean, I cried during this movie like twice. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
The first time when he gets the transmission from his daughter, who's now grown up,
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
it. Right. That was.
and
that
he's
was
like
tough.
watching it. I thought like, how unique is it that the pain point in this movie is that like the reason why this guy is sad watching this is because in a matter of hours for him or days for him, his daughter aged
Grew up without it.
30 years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's so unique.
Mhm.
Not something that you come across every day.
Yeah, that's not.
I thought that was
yeah.
so interesting.
That was really cool.
Like that's what it was.
That without that moment, this probably would have been like just a good movie for me.
Mhm.
Not really
Well, yeah, you have to have that emotional part of it, or else, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
There's a point where in a sci-fi movie becomes too hard sci-fi that you're going to lose the casual audience, and
In fact,
and I think that striking a good balance between that is what makes it a great film, or what makes any sci-fi film a great sci-fi film.
Mm-hmm.
You can want the hard science sci-fi all you want, but I think that you're going to lose a lot of people in that. And that's what I really like about this and other sci-fi.
Well,
movies
that's
that
what
do
actually
that.
loses me with a lot of sci-fi stuff.
Like when it's
that
too hard.
It's
Human or
too not. I mean, I don't know. I don't think. Maybe I haven't seen a lot, but it always just comes back to.
That was
That's
a
what Rocket
dog.
has to say about
That was a
Yeah.
dog.
That was actually
That wasn't
my point
me.
as well.
That's not what I was trying to say.
No, that's what a dog sounds like, kids.
He didn't agree with that sentiment.
Oh, we're
Continue.
coming out. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
We're continuing.
From the top.
Pushing
and
through.
Not
Action.
from the top. Just continue.
Oh, wait, hang on, let me get my script out to the right page.
Right, yeah. Everybody has their scripts. Everybody has their scripts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Um,
All right, that's fine.
Those are some thick pages you're flipping
I
through.
know. Card stock. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know.
you-
Something else.
losing-
Oh yeah,
losing it
sci-fi
for-
loses
yeah.
me because it can get too. They don't do the human parts right a lot. It can
Yeah.
get very cheesy when they try to do them, or it's just focused solely on science or, whatever mythology they're pulling from, and that can lose. But this movie, very good balance, I thought of.
Right.
Of
yeah.
Even though they're literally going so big with this movie, I mean, literally they're traveling to a different, like,
Galaxy.
galaxy. Yeah, I was gonna say like space time or something. I don't know.
Oh, and also a different dimension.
Yeah, a different dimension.
yeah.
But yet it keeps it so close to home at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, oof.
Huge. All right, Tommy.
Yeah.
Theme or concept you want to bring up?
Oh, how about we need I was gonna
Oh,
say
really?
agriculture, like,
I feel like we talked about that one.
I really learned what I learned from this movie, if I learned anything,
Right.
is that appreciate all the non-corn foods that we have.
Which there are not a lot of.
Especially in the
Yeah.
US because it's subsidized.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's interesting is
Yeah,
that
it's like we're already on our way
have
there.
so much corn
So
in our diet that it's
Yeah,
unreal.
we're almost there.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
so we'll
always-
come back to you, Tommy.
No, that was my theme.
My
Corn.
I actually just thought about this. I didn't really think about it before, but it's something I usually like in a lot of. I like the end of the world genre, like 2012, Day After Tomorrow. Like there might be shitty films,
2012.
but or like they might be like, oh, this is so stupid, don't watch it. I'm like, I love those movies. It's just really fun to watch. Not only for some of the cool special effects of like volcanoes blotting out like existence and shit. That's awesome, because that like could happen tomorrow. Like Yosemite could blow up and we all fucking die. But I think in this movie, I really like the. It might relate to love a little bit, but it's like the humanity aspect of it, but only told through like 4 or 5 characters, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because most of those like 2012 big movies, there's like you see all of humanity like fleeing and doing all these things, whatever. But between like 4 or 5 characters, you see like I think one of the coolest lines is like, we brought ourselves here. Like that was like
Yeah.
such a cool idea for mankind to do, and it's something that we kind of did with the moon. Like just through sheer willpower, we just like conquer space, which is like really cool in my eyes, and that was like a really cool aspect of like humanity and stuff. But I guess it could be like a subset of love, because humanity
Yeah.
loves and stuff like that. But yeah.
I also really liked his son, Casey Affleck, when he was older,
Mhm.
being like the skeptic, and
Mhm.
like kind of the
yeah.
conservative like viewpoint, like of like, no, there's not a problem. And then his son is dying of it. One of them did
Mhm.
from like having the cough,
Oh yeah.
One of his sons died.
His first child died.
Really?
Like when he was a baby, though, right?
When it was a baby, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we didn't really. Oh.
Yeah.
They bring it up a couple times.
Oh,
And then
okay.
she says, when she's
Subtly.
yelling at him, trying to get them to leave, says like, how many of your kids like have to die?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
thought that was just an empty thread, but I must have missed that part.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
no,
It was a little subtle.
Yeah, it seemed pretty
Yeah,
simple.
I definitely picked that up on the second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought that was a really cool concept too, of the conflict between there. I know it's hard to. I feel like in talking about these themes and stuff, the biggest one was the love transcending time and space.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a nickel every time you say that?
I do. I am actually sponsored by Love Transcending Time and Space.
.com.
.org, actually.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
love. It's not for profit.
Which love is your
Yeah,
favorite
there's a couple.
love?
Is my favorite. Let's not get into that yet. Spoilers.
The Valentine's Day podcast.
That's
I think he was specifically talking about in the movie.
I thought you were talking about the movie. That's
Yeah,
like
let's
a
talk about
harmless
the movie.
crush into me.
He
In
was
the
talking
movie,
about
what was
I
your
thought you were
favorite?
I thought you were talking about which love am I sponsored by.
No, we'll get to that.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm actually sponsored by I'm sponsored by the love between a man.
Careful.
Wait, what
And
in
his
the
hand.
in the movie? Who what love are you referring
Let
to?
him finish
All of
his
it.
sentence.
I'm sponsored by all love. All
You
man.
said love
All man.
between a man,
between a man and his
And all man.
country.
Oh, patriotic. I see.
Yeah.
I think what Joey was initially asking was what
What's my
relationship,
favorite relationship?
in the film.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely Anne Hathaway and her boyfriend.
Okay.
Really, that's the
No,
one?
no.
Okay. I was like,
The
I
one
feel
you-
like that was one that didn't.
Although she is the only one who was right. She was right.
The one thing
Yeah.
I will say about Interstellar, which I didn't like, I don't know if we would get into that later, but
Like, whoa. This was a perfect film.
I didn't like Anne Hathaway's that she's the girl and she talks about love and she wants to go see her boyfriend, kind of. It seemed really weird to be like doing cosmic shit, time traveling, going to these different planets, and just like.
Until she turned out to be the one who was right.
I mean, she was right about it, which is her credit, but it also could have been literally
But
the black guy
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about a girl who went. It just seemed like that didn't necessarily need to be part of it.
Well, the two
It could
people
make that
yeah.
other girl a sister or something. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be a love interest. He's literally not in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it like my sister went up, that inspired me to become, and then it's no longer this weird,
Mhm.
oh my bae. It's more just like it's a different kind of love. In fact, it's probably a better type of love than
Yeah.
you know, and that might go into.
I mean, if
but-
Frozen's taught us anything.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't need a man.
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird that
Yeah. Although
she
the, yeah.
basically admitted like, oh, it might be because I love him and he's there and stuff.
Mm.
I was like,
The two
See,
people
that
though.
is- that is
the-
what I like that she was sort of objective though.
Yeah.
And I mean, she
she was
allowed
a really
them
cool
to
character.
not
It's
go
just like
there,
that one
so-
exchange when they're like talking about it.
Mhm.
So, I mean, she did do a good job of explaining her like rational thought about it, which I think was cool because she's a scientist. That's what she does.
Right.
But I just think it was such a weird thing.
Yeah.
It just kind of. Yeah, it just made Matthew McConaughey be like, "Ah, macho man, yeah, you're stupid." It's kind of like, well, why does this need to be right here? Like, this doesn't need to be
Yeah.
this dynamic.
Yeah.
That was like
Like,
the only thing, but
I do like that the only two people who did figure it out were her and Murph.
Mhm.
That was
true.
cool.
Only women know what love are.
Yes.
Is.
Love are.
I'm
'Cause
not a
there are
smart
multiple.
man, but I know what love is. Do you know he's never seen Forrest Gump?
I've never seen Forrest
I've
Gump.
never seen Forrest
You
Gump.
guys, are you serious?
Come- Conversation
Come on,
over.
What is that?
Oh
No, put your leg back where it was. Put your leg back where it was and look at it. There's no way I'm not gonna touch your leg. It's right there.
Why are you talking about that?
Because you got mad at me.
Joey always does
Excuse
this.
me. Excuse me. And then he puts his leg like right in front of mine.
Okay.
It's really hot, bro. You need to spread out.
It's really, we can turn on the fan. I don't know if that messed up the dialogue.
Yeah, it probably would.
Take a break.
Just
Let's just take a break.
deal with it. No.
All right.
This
So,
leg's getting me sweaty.
We've talked about love.
No, we didn't. We still don't know what your favorite.
Oh yeah,
Relationship.
My favorite love is between a man and his country.
Okay, so the
It's
love,
not really
his
that
love
way to
for
say
the
that.
human race.
If you're
Okay, let's
actually
go through
gonna
this.
use
No,
it.
my favorite relationship
Obviously.
was between
Him and his daughter.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Murph and That 70s Show.
Mine was between
I don't get it.
that.
The guy who played the guy.
That
Oh, Topher Grace.
Yeah,
Venom.
Oh, right.
Oh right.
that was also a joke.
Mine was between that creepy robot thing and the black guy.
That creepy robot thing was so cool.
They
That
were
was
cool.
really cool.
When they
So
when they
badass.
like turn circular and roll.
Like rolled away.
That's
I was
so
like,
cool.
what?
That- yeah.
So-
Yeah, those things were awesome. They're hecka funny too.
And then Matt Damon. was
Matt
in that
Damon
movie.
secretly
okay.
in the movie.
Also, what I really liked was like
Yeah, Joey seeing this awesome movie, and then my favorite actor was secretly in this.
It's pretty wild.
Didn't even know because
Matt
of nowhere.
Damon's-
That must have blown your mind.
Who's your favorite actor?
Yeah. You ever seen Good Will Hunting, Rounders,
No, no.
any of the Bourne movies?
Definitely.
I do
not.
like the Bourne movies.
They're so good.
Matt Damon is your favorite actor?
Yes.
Good Will Hunting.
Oh my
Good Will Hunting is my favorite
Good Will
movie.
Hunting is a great movie.
Whoa.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Josh has been telling me to for years.
See it.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's on Netflix.
I
There's
watch
no reason
it
why you
once a
haven't seen
month.
it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
it
have
is on.
time.
You'll cry and die.
Yeah.
It's a good
I
movie.
don't want
I
to die.
watch it and I cry every single
You know what's a depressing movie?
Mhm.
The Road.
After the break. I'm just kidding.
Oh, is that
Aragorn and his child
And
are
his-
like
yeah,
post-apocalypse,
they're
and it's like
yeah, I hear that's actually really good.
the end of the movie, you're just kind of like,
Wait, that's what's his name?
Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, Aragorn's in it. Like I said, we were talking about the other day. The only reason anybody saw
reason-
Hidalgo was because
Yeah,
Aragorn's in
yeah.
it. The only reason I saw The Road is because Aragorn's in it.
Yeah, because
And
we were watching.
but yeah, The
Lord of
Road
the
is.
Rings.
I ate a whole pizza by myself and watched that movie because my girlfriend was out of town. I was like, oh, just watch it on Netflix. It was one of those like I didn't know what to watch, so that program showed me a movie to watch.
Max.
It was Max, yeah, they
Yeah.
took it off now.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll watch it, and then they're like, Road. I was like, post-apocalypse, Aragorn, sure. And then I was just greasy and sad and depressed. I was like, this is a good movie, but I can't watch this again anytime soon.
When I was in, I was in Hawaii the other day.
Like
And-
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like a little while ago.
Yeah.
And I went to the gym there, and they have in the on the treadmills TVs.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings was on.
Ooh, that's epic to work out to.
The last one.
You can
Which
act
I
like
think-
you're
And
on the
it was
journey with this.
and it was the very end
Oh.
when they're him and Sam are trying to
Climbing
get
up.
the ring in the dang
Oh,
thing, and
You
what's
mean
bucket
this ring?
is yeah, that one. And it's like trying to bite his finger off and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then they're like cutting back to
The final battle.
the final battle, and there was no sound. I couldn't hear it.
Uh-huh.
And just watching it, it was amazing.
It was
Like
so good.
without, I don't even know if there was a lot of dialogue during that part. There really
There's some
isn't.
epic speeches.
Oh, yeah.
Sam does
Oh,
his
right.
speech to Frodo. I'm going to carry you. And
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
not today.
And like I was tearing up just from watching it. I was like, wow, this is
Finish.
tale of friendship.
I was watching it on the train once, and I saw this kid behind me watching it, and I had my headphones on, so I put the subtitles on for him. Because I'm a bro.
Wow.
Nice.
Has time ever moved slower than when you're watching Lord of the Rings on a treadmill?
No.
It was a lengthy ending.
That is a
I
lengthy
did. I was like,
ending.
wow,
That's
this
a lengthy
is
ending.
really long.
And a good workout.
Yeah, made even
Can't
longer
leave.
by that.
These
Yeah.
are like the two worst things I can imagine doing.
Oh God.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, we're not gonna get into that.
Wow, that'll be another podcast
Yeah,
then.
yeah. But we're gonna take a quick break right now. But before we do that, we have two things to do.
Okay.
One of which, of course, as you know, on the Fangeared podcast, Tommy's 10-second review. What we do if you've never seen this, put 10 seconds on the clock. Tommy has exactly that amount of time to
Wanna watch
review
anything?
a recent movie.
Didn't you see Pain and Gain? Oh wait, no.
I watched Pain and Gain today. You want me to review that?
No.
I heard it was good.
No, did you?
I think from Jake Baldino. So
Good. Anyway,
Not even The Rock can redeem that movie.
yeah, no,
I
he
heard
didn't.
it was fun. Is it fun,
No.
Josh?
It has a really terrible, everything builds up to the end, which is nothing.
It's a true story.
Yeah, nothing happened.
So it's a message about life.
Yeah.
You just die one day, and
Yeah.
then that's it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
true. All right, anyway, Tommy, what are you reviewing for us today?
I mean, it's kind of a slow week for movies. Nothing came out this week.
Oh, that's not true. We just already did the review for it.
Does it only have to be
No.
recent movies?
Is it?
That comes out when this podcast comes out.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
always do
but
it.
we already did
We always
the
do
review.
advanced ones.
We already
But
did
that's what
the
I'm saying, we
visit
already did
review,
the-
which is what comes out this week.
What about? There's nothing else coming out, really?
The only movie that came out last weekend was Transporter Refueled.
Ooh, God. Did
So
you see
that-
that?
Is that Jason
No.
Statham as Jason Statham?
No, Jason Statham's
He's
not even in it.
Some.
Wasn't he the transporter guy?
Yeah,
he was,
Oh,
without
so
someone else.
that's extra dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know if you listen to Who Charted, but the number one movie this week
Wait, I haven't.
was War Room, the faith-based
Yo, yeah.
movie.
Well, but that for the second week in a row. No,
That was number
last.
2 last week.
It's been
That's
straight
so
out of Compton for the past couple
Yeah,
weeks.
that's right. Wow, they come in hordes. Those, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Those movies.
No, the people that religious people that go to see them, they bring their whole
Oh, yeah.
congregation and then.
All right,
they-
Tommy. The fact of the matter is, we got to review something right now.
The only movie I saw was The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
All right, let's
Oh,
hear
how's
it.
that?
Well, we're gonna find out.
It's based on a book
Ten-
from
you got
like a
10
long time ago.
seconds.
No, it's based on a TV series.
No, it was a book first.
All right, let's talk
Opening
about it
credits
after.
said a TV series.
Maybe this was based off of that.
Oh,
But
boy.
I'm pretty sure there was a book. Unless it was a
What is this called?
Who knows?
The Man from Uncle.
The Man from Uncle.
His
Ready?
Spy
uncle,
movie.
Like,
Ready, Tom?
Code
Joey.
name. Which they don't reference until the very end. That's like the big joke payoff.
Like in Fantastic Four.
is it a comedy?
Anyway,
Kinda.
ready?
Yeah,
Go.
it's pretty good, but not a lot of action. And Superman's character was like terrible. He was like everything was like a one-liner.
Done. Alright, so go
Superman
see it.
from Superman Returns, the guy with the butt chin, the one where he gets shot in the eye
Okay.
and the bullet crunches.
Oh.
That actor is the
Right.
main character.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Brandon Ruth. I was
Yeah, I
like,
thought you were
is
talking
he
about
in
the most
this movie?
recent one.
Hmm.
Oh no, not Man of Steel, Superman.
Whatever. I thought you were talking about.
Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
All right, so
No,
we did
no, no,
we did
these
our
days.
we did our halftime show, pre-halftime show from Fangeared.
Think it's
Now we're
good.
gonna do what we do on.
Christopher Reeves?
Hey, now we're gonna do what we do now on Communication Hill. So, what do you think of the wine we're drinking?
Oh, it's great. It's a very airy tone.
Yeah,
Or a
hints
very,
of
hints of
Hints of oak.
dog fart and maybe some.
Oh, no.
Yummy.
that was right. We made it. This time we made it here.
Yeah. And yeah, highly suggested.
Yeah, I was.
What's it called?
What year is
Hold
it?
on.
Oh.
Instead of grapes, what we did was I scratched my flea itch
Oh,
and then
God.
made it bleed like I do every day, and that's what it is pretty much.
Mm.
This is weird.
So we'll see you after the break. Hello everyone, welcome back. If you hear some slurping in
Some
the background,
suspicious sounds.
that's Tommy and Joey. Anyway, we're moving on.
Oh, was that a sexual joke?
No, you were making a weird noise at him.
At him?
Yeah, you
How
were
does
just
that
like-
make
like-
me part of the equation? Speaking of equations.
Oh god.
Ooh.
We're gonna be talking about the science of Interstellar.
Well,
that
that's-
segues are weird. But that was a good segue. Are you Eric Striffler?
Yeah, what are you, Eric Striffler?
Yeah.
Wow, what are you, Eric Striffler?
I'm Striffleric,
Wait,
actually.
what are you? Our friends over at Pretty Much It.
Oh,
Eric Striffler?
yeah.
I want to go to Nick Striffler.
Come on, we talk about we say all the names every time. This is
Mike's
a thing
Moist.
that we
Mike's
do.
Moist.
No, that's the last one.
Oh,
Jake-
Jesus.
Jake
Bumped
Pizza.
Pizza. Jake,
I want to go to
Metal Gear
Nyctophobia.
Solid, The Rocktober,
Tickets go
Vin
on sale
Diesel
9:13.
Let's
7 p.m.
Let's take a road trip to New York.
When?
Go to Nyctophobia.
Should we drive?
No, road trip.
It'll only take a week if you keep a good pace.
They drove
A
here
week?
to go to VidCon.
Yeah, you can
Hey.
drive across country in about a week.
I thought it would take like 3 or 4 days at most.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, less than a week. I'm giving you a
It's
week
like
with like
really
if you want to
far.
sightsee and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're not gonna be able to.
If you want to drive
3
there,
days
then yeah, like
straight.
3 or 4
I
days.
don't.
That's like I don't know if I can do that.
Drive like space.
Oh, hey, have you guys ever heard of a Megabus?
Megabus? No.
So it's this like ride thing.
This all has to do with the science fair stuff.
Absolutely. For only $43, you get on a bus, takes you straight to Anaheim.
From
Like a big bus
from
From anywhere?
that has from here.
Oh,
that has
from
Wi-Fi.
right here.
Wi-Fi.
From San Jose.
Yes. That has
They'll pick you up.
That's weird.
like Wi-Fi plugs for your phone.
Wow.
Really comfortable. It's like this huge double-decker bus.
Some
Why?
really-
Why?
And
I'm
we
not sure
really-
why I've never
Why are
done
people
that.
going to Anaheim from here? What's the big draw that they made a bus?
We go every year.
Yeah, at least.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we go at least once a
Because
year.
we go every year.
And
And that's
we-
why they made the
And
bus.
well, no, We've
never once
Wait, what are you
utilized
talking about?
it.
Disneyland is in Anaheim.
Oh, that's true. I guess Disneyland is.
He
Yeah,
lived
convention
there. You're
center.
forgetting.
I lived in SoCal.
Well, he's
Well, I mean,
know
I-
why people went
I
there.
forget
don't know.
Anaheim and,
Shouldn't
you know.
Yeah. Well, do you know why people come here specifically?
I don't think they do.
yeah, to
No
go
one
to
comes
Pier
here.
39.
That's San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's not here. It leaves
We-
specifically.
Literally,
from
I
San
always just used to drive San Jose. And like,
Also,
what is
people
this
do
place?
come here for people come here for the Winchester Mystery House.
Ooh, God.
Yeah.
I've never even gone.
That's like, okay, we say that like so matter of fact, but if we lived in New York, we would be like, people come here for the Statue of Liberty.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
that
But-
is a
Yeah.
historical.
Same thing.
No, but I'm just saying, like we could have, not have driven
Yeah.
a bunch of.
If we
You
were
can also take the train. That's really fun. You can drink beer on the train.
Doesn't that
you
take
can
a
watch-
long time though?
It's like 6 hours.
Oh really?
that's like how long a car takes.
Yeah, no, well, I used to take the train from Santa Barbara to San Diego. It was 4 hours in the car.
4 years.
Worth
I had to time travel through a black hole. And,
Yeah.
I brought
Speaking of which-
myself
Stop trying to bring it back.
When are we gonna get them? When are we gonna get those bullet trains that we were promised?
I want the maglev
trains. I voted for those.
No,
Maglev
that
didn't
didn't pass.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It passed in like 2008.
I thought there was
No,
plans
it
in the
did.
work, but it would take a long time.
It did. It passed in 2008.
Why? It's gonna cost so much money.
It doesn't. It's never gonna get built. That was just a. It was a pipe dream.
Even if
Why?
even if it
Bug
does,
got
that's going to
built.
create a lot of jobs. Jobs.
That's very different.
Yeah.
This is
Jobs.
This is purely
Vote for me, President Jobs.
President Steve Jobs.
If only.
Yeah.
He runs.
Speaking of which, you guys see today?
I did see.
I watched on Twitter via.
Oh, I watched it. We
People
watched it live,
saying
or he watched a little bit of it with me.
I watched just the phone part. mostly.
Yeah, gonna get my pre-order
You know
in
what
this
I'm mad
weekend.
about?
People still watch those Apple conferences.
This one was really bad, or not bad.
They're always
but it was
bad.
like it was so
What?
long and drawn out. It was like
Someone made a joke about some guy like stumbling on a stage and.
Oh my god, the
Crumbs
funniest
on
part.
your shirt.
No,
Is that
no,
real?
the two funniest parts. One, they were trying to show off the they added what's commonly been referred to as force touch on every other phone that already has it. So like just swiping, is one thing, but then if you actually apply pressure, it's like clicking a button
right.
or
Like
something.
zooms
It
in
has
a
a
little bit or
different
something.
has a different function. Which and they said that they came up with this new thing, and they're calling it 3D touch. And the guy comes out to demonstrate it, and he's like, yeah, and the cool thing about 3D touch.
Are you serious? Oh wow.
Yeah, he said the thing that was already invented that they're pretending they invented by accident.
And they probably told him,
do not
call
say
it
that.
forced.
Yeah.
That guy's fired.
I hope he
That
got
guy's
fired,
done.
and like his family's gonna starve now.
Jesus.
He'll never be hired by any tech company again.
He got blacklisted.
Yeah. And then the other funny thing
presentation.
is they were showing off the gaming resolution
that's
and how Force Touch would be used for games and stuff on the iPhone. And this guy comes out and he's demonstrating it, and they're showing it up on the screen, and he's like totally playing, like literally moving his entire body.
He's
while
like,
doing
thumbs
it.
up, and he's like,
Yeah, he's like, yeah. At the end, he's like, yeah. But when you actually look at the screen, it shows like the phone, but it's like it's a graphic of the phone with the feed inside of it. But it's not a feed. It's just a pre-made thing. And
Yeah.
the guy's up there
So
like,
he
and then at the
fakes.
end he like kills the thing, and he's like, yeah.
It was so weird. 'Cause, like, I didn't think
Why?
about it until like later on either. When you even brought it up, I was like, that guy's like really into that game.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he's actually playing that, because it shows like the graphic,
Yeah.
and then they're displaying the feed into a graphic of the phone. But they wouldn't do that if it was real. They
Yeah.
would just put the whole thing up
They
on the
would put
whole screen.
Yeah, just like they're doing with the other
Yeah.
stuff. It was pretty weird.
I'm just
By the
mad
way,
that-
you're listening to We Talkin'.
I'm just mad that my phone that I bought
It's now outdated.
like 3-4 months ago just went down by $200.
It's only
Back,
100.
dude.
Or what'd you get?
This
It's
is
the 6, but I got it like months ago, and now it's $99.
no, it's not.
No.
It's $199.
No, it's $99. I
No, it
saw
isn't.
the graphic thing today.
I know my
No,
phone
I just saw it.
is
So the
decreased
I
only
saw it
by
too.
So that's what it's
with
going
the 2-year
to be.
contract. Yours is $199. His is $299.
Mm.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
'Cause that's not a thing.
Capitalism, am I right?
Maybe that's what it's going to be when it comes out. I don't know.
Well, I have AT&T next, so it doesn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of matters because still have to pay. But,
Yeah,
but then,
but also you are gonna get almost all of the features except for probably Force Touch.
you mean 3D touch?
Right.
Excuse you.
Yeah, you'll probably
It's a
get all the
different
other
thing.
features.
Okay, also,
of
is
that.
the 6S...
It's plus.
What is 6S Plus is even bigger than...
No, it's the
No,
same.
it's the same
like,
size.
they're all like the
See,
same.
I
It's
saw this
same looks.
graphic, and it looks... It must have been all wrong.
They're the same size.
Is it like... It looked bigger than the other one, or they had it as bigger.
Yeah, I think it's the same size. I mean, I don't think they can make a phone bigger than they've already made. Because at that point, you're like,
I don't know.
this doesn't have any practical spec.
Buy an iPad.
Yeah, at that point, you can buy an iPad mini and it's like 2 inches bigger, whatever it is.
All right,
All
so
right.
we're gonna get into Interstellar now. I have to bring it back at some point.
Into what?
Right. So probably the coolest concept to me in real concepts. Love does not transcend
my God,
time and
shut up.
space. However, if it did,
Wait, you were joking about that?
love transcends time and space.org. No, that is a theme in it for sure. It's
Yeah.
the idea
for
in the movie. Definitely.
Okay.
Because
But,
the reason he went back is because
Yeah.
the whole reason he went on his entire journey is because of his daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he circles back and basically tells him and his
Mhm.
daughter to like go do what I'm. complete the circle.
Mhm.
But it could only have been done through love.
Yeah. One of the things I want to touch on, one of two, is the theory of relativity. Because it's super awesome, basically.
It's cool.
And we just saw a video yesterday where we could test that ourselves and literally see time travel in this room if we had the stuff we needed.
Let's do it.
If we had a train,
Nope.
and
If we had a rocket ship.
that's a little Albert Einstein humor for all those
If we
science nerds out there. That's the example he uses for his
Um,
special theory of relativity.
what would we need?
So we would need
Paperclip.
a small aquarium,
Got it.
Okay.
an alcohol-soaked rag,
Interesting.
Got plenty of those.
what is it?
Wait, what?
Dry ice.
Just lying around?
Yeah, like a tin full of dry ice, and then we need something else on the bottom. There's one other
No,
thing.
the dry ice and the aqua viper would make the little.
Right,
cloud.
right. So basically, there are these things called munis, right?
Muons?
Muons,
I think it's
munis,
muons.
something like that. It's a particle.
Muni is the San Francisco,
The bus
right.
in San Francisco.
Muon.
I think it's muon. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my god.
which are
So embarrassing.
which are pieces of radiation that come from space,
Mhm.
and the lifespan of those pieces of radiation should fizzle out before they reach the Earth's surface. And yet, if you create this thing, you can see them falling through the
It's like a little cloud of dry ice and alcohol.
yeah, and you can see them coming through in a thin, like
Yeah.
kind of like a blue line.
It's like a little like
And-
a little path.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So, based on their lifespan, they should fizzle out before they reach the Earth, yet we can see them here on the Earth's surface, and they are around us right now. And the reason for that is because they're traveling at speeds so great,
I think it's 98% the speed of light is what they say.
98% the speed of light, that they are aging at a slower rate from our perspective. So they are literally time traveling.
Yeah.
It has been much longer for them than it has for us to get here.
Yeah.
And you can see that in your own home, and that's the coolest thing ever.
It's cool. I saw it.
Did you know that if you go and just hang out by the those big pyramids in Egypt,
Mhm.
that you will age slower?
Why?
Why?
Because
The mummy's curse.
they're so
Brendan Fraser.
yeah.
Brendan
No, it's
Fraser.
because they're so massive that
Oh,
God.
Does like space time.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
do with like even like our as time passes at a certain rate because of because of the Earth's gravity.
Yeah, it sits in space. Yeah.
So those objects are so massive that they have their own
gravity
small
pull?
gravity pool. Yeah.
But what about mountains? Or is that technically
Probably.
part of the
I
Earth
don't
then?
know. Yeah, that's the thing. I think
Because
it might
pyramids
be
like sit separately.
Yeah.
They have their
Yeah.
own weight and they're not technically.
right.
That's
That's
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I know I read this book in high school. It was like one of those like this is like a random picture book library about the universe and like here's about the sun and the Earth and you go through the solar system and you learn about cosmos whatever. And it had a relativity thing in it, but it was because I never really grasped my mind around relativity and like space time being a fabric of existence. Because you always view it as a two-dimensional space. So in examples, like you're like, oh, you have a sheet, like a bed sheet, and you put a bowling ball in the middle, and it sinks the sheet, and you put an orange, and it's gonna roll toward the bowling ball. Like that's gravity.
Yeah.
And the sheet is space and time. And I was like, okay, but what does that look like in real life? Because we don't sit in a two-dimensional space like that. And so the way it was drawn was really cool. You know, like it had like a rectangle, cube, three-dimensional thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then in the middle sat like the sun, and you saw like the line. It was like a see-through rectangle thing. So you saw the rectangle bend in the middle, like from all directions. And so that was like the first time it really clicked. I'm like, oh, so like it sits, because gravity affects it all around and stuff. So then it started making it easier for me to understand like things moving past it and how like the light you see is like being bent around the sun and stuff from different angles.
Mm-hmm.
And then like obviously space-time itself is like time flows differently if you get out of Earth's gravitational pull.
Right. Yeah.
This is kind of like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Such a cool
And
concept.
okay, so relating this back to the movie,
Yes.
What movie?
I thought, damn it.
Tommy
I thought all the science in this.
on
I don't think there is any excuse to not, at least for the purpose of the plot of the movie,
Mhm.
understand what they were, like what's going on.
There's a
I
lot,
feel
yeah.
like they made it, if you paid attention, they laid it out pretty clear.
Yeah, I guess, they did.
For stuff that's pretty complicated,
Yeah, they did a really good job of
like,
making it.
I thought they
easy
did
to
a really,
digest.
yeah.
And yet, a lot of people were lost on it.
Yeah.
Well,
I think,
feel like
it's a
people
very
didn't
daunting subject.
try to...
Yeah, you have to, like... There's, like, a weird suspension of disbelief. It's almost like you're watching a fantasy, because it's, like, science you don't understand.
Right.
So you just kind of have to, like... I have to assume what they're talking about makes sense, and then you just assume it does, and then you can kind of go from there. But I think a lot of people are like, don't get it, and then you're like, okay, you don't understand what's
and
going on.
maybe I was so, like, just pulled into it, and I was willing to suspend whatever
exactly.
that I was paying attention so closely
Mm-hmm.
that I just followed along every point.
Yeah.
Right. Nice. All right. And then another thing we have to tease a little bit, because this is, of course, technically the Communication Hill lead up to the much hyped Fate episode of Communication Hill.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about the fact that Matthew McConaughey's character basically sent himself on this trip. This was what I deal with every week.
What are you talking about?
He said Matthew McConaughey.
No, he didn't.
He definitely laughing for different reasons.
No, you definitely flubbed his name, but I don't know if
I
that's
didn't
what
say
you
Matthew
said.
McConaughey.
No, you said... I heard, like, McConaughey.
Okay. I think you both heard wrong. Anyway, Matthew McConaughey's
12 years old,
character-
Tommy?
Yeah. We've never said our ages before.
Oh, yeah. Tommy's 12.
All right.
I forgot.
Tommy's 12. All right.
Okay, so
anyway.
Matthew McConaughey says character.
Matthew McConaughey sent himself
Yeah.
on this trip.
Yeah, with books.
And then he himself banged on the back of the bookshelf.
When he changed the the gravitation.
Yeah. But he did it to stop himself. Yet the older him, or the
one in the wormhole.
The other him, that had transcended all time and space, created that whole thing for him. So what does that say?
That's
about-
actually, I think...
about fate?
Oh, fate.
'Cause
I
he
thought
was
you
Fate
gonna-
or destinies.
Or
Yeah.
time travel. Which
Well,
is... There's
we're talking
there's a
about-
popular theory that is... Like, okay, if you think about this... Think about going into the past and trying to change something. Well, that really doesn't make sense because you in the future or the present time, you know how the past went.
Yeah.
So there's no way to go back and change whatever's happened. Whatever you do when you go to the past is what happened.
So what happened happened.
Whatever happened.
So he knows that he went, so he can't go back and change that. He already did it.
That's true. Because when the the theory that I hear all the time is that it's not even like back and forward. Time is just this big blob.
Right.
There is no before or after. It all everything happens at the same time. So when Matthew McConaughey goes and bangs on the bookcase, it's literally happening at the same time that he is also right there.
Yeah.
So it's not like he went back and he didn't go back in time. He just moved to a different spot in time.
Right.
But it's not like back or forward. It doesn't have a concept. And so I thought that's a really weird concept to because we're always ingrained back forward, future, past.
But yet
it's
he
not
has
like that.
technically aged in each of those. In each of those ones, he is technically a different age.
That's true. You
he's there all
progress
at the
through
same
time,
time.
but time itself is relatively stagnant.
There
Because
are-
you go through it, but time doesn't go past you.
There are infinite of him in each of his infinite ages in that one moment.
Oh, actually, I read about this thing also. That was you can look at timeline as a series of snapshot pictures, and you move through those snapshot pictures, and that's you moving, or that's time moving through you. But if you stop time, those you just see individual moments, right? You just see little pictures. You don't see the full movie of the film, for instance. It's all separate, and so. So in that case, you exist. You're already dead right now, right? Because you're going to die, but it's not like you're going to. You're already dead in the future. It's happened.
Yeah.
And so you're existing right now, technically at the same time that you're dead.
Yeah.
So you can't go forward or back. You can just be in a different space in this amalgamation of time stuff.
Yeah.
But a series of snapshot, a bunch of pictures, whatever your analogy is. But
A mountain that could be climbed.
No, that can be cool.
Plane that could be crossed.
I actually thought that was really cool because that snapshot thing reminded me of him going through like the thing, like looking through like the particular moments in time in this particular location.
That was such an amazing way to visualize.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And at first I didn't really get it. I was like, what? Because before I saw the movie, I knew that scene. Because I know everyone was like, that was a really cool scene. I heard about it. I see pictures. I didn't know what it meant. But I do now, obviously. But as far as I think for the Destiny or whatever, I think
we're just teasing. Don't give away your.
No, I'll just say this is the thing I have to think about when I think about like Destiny or Fate or whatever is that he always was meant to do what he did. If we're looking at the time travel, whatever happened, whatever it is that he was always meant to do exactly what he did, and so it was his destiny to do exactly what he did and come back, or do the bookcase thing.
Even though he futilely tried to change it.
Right. And
every time.
Yeah, because to him, he had the free will to make whatever decision. But then we look in the snapshots, and you know that every decision he's ever made has already been made. So, actually, that's not even something I thought about until just this moment, is that if we're looking at time travel plus Destiny and Fate, then you don't really have a choice. Your life has already happened.
Yeah.
Which is something I literally never thought about until just this moment.
That's why I brought it up.
It's really depressing.
Is it though?
I mean,
it's like reading a book or watching a movie. You don't know the ending of it. You still get to experience all the moments. You just have you perceive free will, which is it's just an illusion.
Yeah,
there is no free will.
But that's what makes us special, unique, is that we have the ability to perceive it,
and we just don't know the ending. Which is in the
Animals
movie
can't because they're dumb.
Camels.
Animals.
I heard.
I mean, yeah, camels.
Camels are dumb.
Technically, that is who I was talking about.
What if camels
included
are actually the only ones that can?
Dung beetles can navigate using the constellations and the stars during the day.
What?
Can I do that shit? No.
No.
Pigeons can proceed.
Can
birds
they take
migrate.
Like a ridiculous.
What's that?
Like, how can they even?
I don't know. It's cosmic. It's like cosmic It's like radiation, I think, or like they sense something.
That's insane.
Like birds can sense the magnetic poles and stuff. Us
Dogs.
humans are relatively useless. We have cool abilities. We have our brain, but we forewent all our other instincts and went for the brain evolutionary wise. So we don't have a lot of like those spidey sense type shit. Yeah. Or maybe we do, but we just don't know how to pay attention to it.
Yeah, like dogs can smell earthquakes. And
actually, I heard a theory that they don't smell it. That all animals they feel it.
The smell.
Oh, okay. Anti-joke, Michael.
All right. Well, those
were
our
thoughts. All the time. I always she tried something. What's that?
Go ahead. But
no, it's already anti-joke.
Are you
all right? Yeah.
Wait, you're gonna
so
wrap
those
up?
were our thoughts.
Hold on. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Before we wrap up, the final like scene ending. Do you guys think that was necessary?
Cliffhanger for the second one, you mean?
No, I'm talking about.
I don't think it was.
I'm talking about
after everything. The last thing after he visits his old daughter.
No, that was talking about that
Anne Hathaway. Oh, you don't. Oh, you're talking about that.
Oh, actually,
Anne Hathaway found the other planet and they had inhabited it.
What?
They had not inhabited it.
No.
It was just her.
No, it was just her. She was going with Plan B. She was doing all the embryos.
Yeah, she
just figured she was the last surviving person.
She landed on the rocky planet and then saw the American flag and all the tents.
No, that was from the previous camp. That was the dude,
her boyfriend,
who died.
Yeah.
And so then she was like,
but
just like when Matt Damon's shit was there, it was just hidden.
Yeah,
and that was the same.
But the fact that he was able to set up that much.
No, he died there.
No, he died. There was a thing. There was a.
Matt Damon didn't set up anything. He'd stayed inside the whole time.
No, but he set up.
Yeah, because he was still alive.
He set up. He went on excursions.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
there was at least a base
camp. He put himself to sleep because he couldn't deal with the loneliness.
Yeah, he's like, I'm dead.
So he just like.
Well, then he flicked the switch, knowing that someone would probably come and save him.
Yeah.
Which is what. But yeah, no, the guy that Anne Hathaway went to visit had his own base camp, just like Matt Damon did.
Yeah.
And that's where she kind of operated from. But he was also dead.
Yeah, he died, but how?
He was there for so long. Because remember, that was the thing. If they didn't go get him, then time would.
Oh, then he would be dead.
But Matthew McConaughey knew she was right, and that's why he went out to go find her. That's how it ends. Is he goes out to go find her.
Yeah, because he knew that the other.
She knew that she was right.
Right.
Or he knew that. She was right.
Yeah, because he knew. Well, no, I was talking about.
How did he know she was right?
What? No, he didn't know she was right.
He had no idea.
He said I have to go get her.
She wasn't right.
No, because they did have.
She just wanted to find her boyfriend.
That one was
'Cause it was-
habitable, right?
It was habitable. She didn't know she was right either until
Yeah, no,
showed
she
up.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't.
But I think that he went because she, as far as she's concerned, she's like, I'm the only one, I'm doing embryos, and he wanted to go get her to tell her, like, you did good, we made it, we're okay, kind of thing. Like,
Which kind of...
or, like, at least bring her back to civilization.
Yeah.
Or
Or...
something.
Or-
Because now that they're in space by the
Or
wormhole.
is that the planet?
The one that the lady's on? No, they're by the wormhole. They're on Saturn's moon or something, right?
But could that not be the same planet that they eventually, how many years later, inhabited?
No, because that's in a different universe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's through the black hole.
But if it's in a different universe, does that not make it possible to be?
No, because it was like a colony. It wasn't like a lot of people.
On
Because there was like a
Anne-
base thing.
on Anne Hathaway's planet.
No, the one that
the daughter.
Oh yeah, that's like where they're living now.
but it was like a colony on the way to.
It-
You know, like it's like
I thought it
a
was just like
moon
a
colony
space
for a
station.
Mars mission. It was like a.
I thought it was just like a space station.
I think...
Oh, it might have been. I
I'm
can't
holding to
remember.
the theory.
No, okay.
There was nothing on Anne Hathaway's planet.
Yeah, when it went to Anne
I
Hathaway,
don't
she was
remember
like,
any
there was like that
time.
narrative, like narration over it, and Anne Hathaway was like, "I'm all alone doing
Yeah.
embryo stuff,"
Yeah.
and like that was all you see of her. And then he's gonna go get her.
I
So yeah,
remember-
he can't go get her if she's already on the planet, because he left from the place that he.
But in the different time period.
But you can't go back in time.
Unless you
They
fall
never
into
went back
a
in
black
time in the
hole.
movie. They only went technically in the future.
They didn't go back in time, but he can go back to her timeline, where he exists, which he existed in.
Can he?
I don't think he can really recreate falling into a black hole and then falling into like a time warp thing.
Because he
Guys,
he
let's
he
do the
ended
time
up.
warp again. That's what he said at the end, and he went back.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Okay.
I wanted the movie to end
With him,
with him when he's in the what happened? I don't.
the black hole, like it
exactly
just
what
like
happens.
disappeared. And
Yeah,
it was
and then
just
it's
blackness.
like-
You want to end right there?
Oh, so you didn't want them to show that she had figured it out?
Yeah, no, I didn't really want there to.
You didn't want the
like-
conclusion of that story then.
I was
'Cause
okay.
that was the whole
with-
build-up.
I mean, I was okay with it, sort of.
Oh no, because by the time that happens, we already know that she figured it out.
Yeah,
And so I guess
I don't
you're right.
remember all the details.
He could have
It's been so long,
died,
but I
she
feel
could
like
have figured it out.
like seeing him and be reunited with her, like that was nice. I was like, I don't know if I really need to have this much.
It did seem a little bit like an extra part of the movie.
Yeah, it
They
was like a
didn't-
double
the,
ending.
the flow of it kind of changed a little bit for the last like 5 minutes.
It was
Yeah.
falling action.
Yeah.
It was.
I think it was a
did-
double ending.
You know, it explained it. It explained the beginning.
Yeah,
The-
the
the
whole
opening.
reason why
Yeah.
he went into space in the first place,
I gathered that.
and the whole thing that Jessica Chastain was trying to do throughout the movie.
It did
We
serve a
could've-
good
We could have
conclusion.
picked up on it though.
It was a happy.
We could have picked up on.
It was a good
it.
conclusion.
I
I
don't
think
know.
maybe
What are you talking about?
it could have been a little bit
The
different.
point is, Jessica Chastain figured it out, and we see that she figured
Yeah,
it
but
out.
we knew that she figured it out.
Yeah, we knew.
Yeah, but if it
we didn't
just
see her figure. Well,
if it just ended with Matthew McConaughey in the black hole, then
He coulda died.
We would have never known if she really did.
Then go
figure it
straight
out.
to that ending part.
it could have been cool seeing Matthew McConaughey die to save the entire species. Because his last action is to
That's-
bring a full
yeah.
circle,
But
have her
that-
figure
no,
out,
that's-
and then he could just fade into oblivion.
Yeah, I think that's what I wanted.
That would have been a cool ending, but I think it would have been. I think that also would have been a different weird ending. Because I think if you had gotten that ending, you would have been like, well, what about?
Like I'm not unsatisfied with it.
Right.
I just
It was a little bit.
wanted it to be different, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the black guy dies. So
Yeah.
course.
So.
Always.
Did that robot die?
No,
He-
he rebooted him up at the end.
So the black guy dies,
Or was that the
not even
same
the
type
dad.
of robot but different model?
It was him.
Oh, it was the same one.
Yeah,
Right. Because they salvaged that
yeah,
robot somehow.
yeah. Out of the fabric of time.
I think he was outside of time. He wasn't with Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
He was
'cause
like
you
right
can
on
only
the
hear his-
edge.
You can only hear his voice.
Yeah, it was like a.
Yeah, and they're like, they created this for you.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then he says, "Don't you get it? It's not they, it's us." And then I was like,
That's pretty cool. That was a cool
"Yeah,
moment.
really cool moment."
Yeah, like I said, the sentiment of like we sent ourselves.
Yeah.
Because if we bring it back a little bit, and if you look at like life is a series of snapshots, there is no changing the future or the past; it just happens. But even despite that, like you can, it seemingly break free from your bonds and like reach for the stars, and you'll.
Literally.
Wow. What a nice way to end this podcast.
I was kind of hoping for aliens.
Yeah, where was
Are
it?
you
I was actually.
serious?
Oh,
Oh,
next
for
week.
the aliens to be the.
I was thinking of like Contact, Jodie Foster, aliens. Like,
That-
come on over when you're ready. We're ready to accept you into the cosmos.
I mean, I don't know.
Or,
That may have been too crazy for people.
Oh,
Although
yeah.
actually, this was pretty crazy for people too.
Well,
But-
they alluded to they the whole time, so you're kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah,
on
yeah.
board with it.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kidding. Like, oh.
It's us.
Do you know who the
I
observers
think-
are in Fringe, by the way?
Yeah, the bald guys.
Yeah, do you know who they are?
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
bald
seen
guys.
it.
No, but like, do you know
let's
who
talk
they
about
are?
that.
No, and don't tell
I'm not gonna
me.
tell you,
Did you
but
find out last season?
no, maybe. I don't know.
I
I've
haven't
seen it
found
and I haven't watched it.
Unless I have found out. Jesus.
Anyways, but that's
that show's like
That's where
there's so many
the
episodes.
show kind of dropped off for me.
that's
Got
when
like too confusing.
When they
it could get confusing.
it was
I mean, I'm watching it again. I'm like, oh, okay.
it's
So-
hard. I can't even.
I need to
because
take myself out of the individual
because
thing. I gotta look at the
don't
big picture.
the people they switch universes,
Right, there's two universes.
but then
Okay.
they and I
I'm in
couldn't.
a real spoiler territory here.
I mean,
Okay, so
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of
Basically-
spoilers in that show, but
Interstellar.
isn't there like 1,000 episodes and they're all like an hour long?
Fringe?
Yeah, isn't there?
They're
Don't they do
44-minute
24 episodes a season?
Probably a little
What
less
is
than
this
that.
episode?
All right,
what
we
is
need to wrap
24?
this
All right,
up.
all right,
We're
all right.
getting on a hashtag tangent here.
Okay, Interstellar.
Okay, wait.
Final
Closing
thoughts.
sentiment.
We didn't talk
No,
about
it's a
like Matt
final
Damon
thought.
and that.
No,
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon. They could have cut that whole scene.
No,
No, that was
no. Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Oh my
because-
god, this is we can't. We really can't.
Because okay, real quick, just real quick,
Okay.
2 cents. People were like, "Why was he so mad? Why was he trying to kill him?" Like, that was so unnecessary.
Alone for-
That was their way of saying like this isolation
Mhm.
was like so bad. Like we don't understand how being alone
Space
for this
travel.
long like really is.
I thought
And that was a way like it made this guy who's
We-
like a good guy.
We didn't need to see that in the movie, though.
Yes, we did.
It kinda,
We didn't need to, but it was nice to see.
deterred
It
from
was a
the
great
main-
way of having conflict that far away. That was
It
human.
deterred. It deterred from the main themes and storyline.
I don't think so. I think it was a big part of it.
I think
It was
yeah,
a
I
big
think
part of
it
their
might
mistake
Well, agree to
going
disagree.
there.
because that's like the dark side of their mission, which we
Yeah.
don't really get to explore besides a big planet
Right.
wave.
Everybody
And then
can't
that's
just
it.
be a good guy.
Yeah.
That's a bad
Okay.
movie.
Some people are good guys who get bogged down by intense loneliness on a distant planet.
Yeah, it happens.
That can't
it's a reality.
that can't hold life.
They make decisions based on survival and not on morals.
Mm.
He wanted to survive. He pressed the button that brought people to him, and then
Yeah.
it's
Which-
a survival story for him, which
He
is
basically
not our
killed
story that we're watching.
whoever was going to
Yeah,
come
that
and
is.
save him.
Oh yeah, that's true. He said he made sure they came to him.
Yeah, he flipped
He
the
killed
switch.
them.
Yeah.
He wanted.
He
to.
knew they would die. He brought them there so that they
Oh.
could live with him and he would not
Oh,
be
right.
alone,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
knowing that they would never be able to leave.
Yeah,
But they did.
Yeah.
that was cool.
Okay.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Final
Go,
sentence.
Tommy. You start.
Sentence.
Visually, one of the most appealing movies ever.
Won the Oscar.
Whoa.
One
Best visual
the
effects.
Oscar.
What else did it win the Oscar for?
Doesn't matter. Let's go.
Sound.
What do you
music,
got?
Music.
Let it go.
This movie.
Yeah, just let it go. Hit song, let it go. From
Just,
Interstellar.
I honestly think it's in my top 10
Okay.
All time.
of all time.
It's also in my top 10.
maybe top 5. I don't know. I haven't.
Top five.
It's
You
in
guys-
my
Probably
top
top
5.
10.
You guys are both
And
tripping.
It's in my top 2.
I think it's a really like because I don't think people understand how difficult it must have been to write this script.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It's an undertaking.
I couldn't imagine. Jesus, and that alone for me. Okay, go
No, you
ahead.
just get a typewriter and start punching away.
Typewriter.
Start punching away.
George R. R. Martin.
That's how Woody Allen writes. The typewriter. He's old school.
Doesn't he also like
Incredibly.
Mary's daughter?
Yeah. Stepdaughter.
Who was okay? A questionable age.
Anyway.
I mean, that's
Anyway.
a fetish for some guys.
No, she's too. It's a fetish. It becomes pedophilia at a certain point.
And
At age
incest
8,
almost.
At age 17.
It doesn't become pedophilia at a certain point. It stops being pedophilia at a certain point.
Oh, I was saying.
Oh, that's
at a-
true.
I was because you're saying it's a fetish, but a fetish for underage women is pedophilia. I was saying
Pedophilia begins at conception.
We're on a.
I think I need to write that down. That was.
One of the greatest lines ever uttered in fan geared and Communication Hill history.
I was trying
Wow.
to think out loud of a
That's
point in
so,
time when
like-
pedophilia begins.
I don't think anybody has ever said that, and that's so obvious. Like that. How is nobody?
Pedophilia begins at conception and ends on your 18th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but begins like that's so good.
I disagree. Pedophilia begins at birth.
Oh.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we're getting
boy.
we're getting controversial here.
Wait, what if that's how? Okay, that's for off podcast.
Yeah. I would actually agree with Tommy in that
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Okay.
Unless you have a fetish of fetuses.
You know what? Let's get into this.
Fetus
I suddenly have
fetish,
time.
if you will. The fetus fetish.
Oh God!
All
All
right.
right. Great movie. Incredibly well written. Incredibly well acted.
Yes, I thought
Across the board.
pretty good.
And not a bad seed. And
Not a one bad seed.
not a one bad seed.
Even the child
Matthew
actors.
McConaughey. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
thought they did
They're
good.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Great
Tom
movie.
Lithgow was in this movie. I haven't seen him in years.
Oh yeah,
Third Rock in the Sun.
he's a doctor, dude.
He was also
the
Lord
scientist guy. Really?
Lord Farquaad
I
was.
don't think I knew that.
All right, my last thoughts, I guess.
Yeah.
His life.
I really like this movie. I thought I would think it was okay, and then I was very impressed. And I had all the elements of movies and ideologies that I usually like to entertain on my free time, anyways. And to see it put together in like a really nice, stunning visual thing was really cool. So,
I
5 out of 5 stars.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, I give
Whoa.
5 out of
5 out of 5.
Wait, wow, you guys are going to a numbered rating system as your source.
I don't like- I
review.
didn't
It
wanna
was,
put it
it
in
was a
the top
star
list.
rating system.
Well, I don't have a top list. That's why I went to the rating system.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where does it fall on your top 10 list, Tommy?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Outside the top 10.
Oh.
I don't even want to know what your top 10
Yeah,
list is.
yeah.
though.
And we're not going to
We
get
have
into it
different
now.
criteria for our
Thank you
lists.
all for
One more
listening.
thing about Interstellar. Had good action. Had good acting.
Great script.
Metaphors.
Great visual effects.
Great.
I'd call that
A good
a great summer
flick.
movie.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
All right, we'll see you next week.